Folks, I've been in this league for over 2 decades, scouting, analyzing, and watching every imaginable move unfold behind the scenes. And let me tell you, in all that time, I've seen some plays, some trades, some rumors that shake the foundation of everything we thought we knew about this league. But nothing, absolutely nothing, compares to what's happening right now. I'm talking about a seismic shift that could redefine the AFC landscape and propel a franchise from the shadows to the spotlight in a heartbeat. And the craziest part? It's all happening right under our noses, with secrets so deep they could crack the earth open. I guarantee you, what I'm about to reveal is not just another rumor. It's a revelation that could shake the NFL to its core. Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes I'm going to peel back the curtain on a deal so massive, so game-changing, that when it happens, it will change everything you thought you knew about this offseason. And here's the best part. If you're smart, you're already tuned in. Because the truth, the full truth, only comes to those who are paying attention. So if you want to be part of the inside scoop, if you're ready to understand the real game behind the game, hit that subscribe button now, smash that like, and activate the bell. This is the kind of intel that separates insiders from amateurs. Are you ready? Because what I'm about to tell you, it's not just a rumor. It's a bombshell. Now, let me take you behind the scenes of this wild scenario that's unfolding like a Hollywood blockbuster. Picture the Pittsburgh Steelers, that storied franchise that's been searching for a true game-changer at wide receiver for years, suddenly landing one of the most dynamic and promising weapons in the league, Gabe Davis from the Buffalo Bills. Yes, you heard me right. Gabe Davis, the guy who just last season was a staple of the Bills' deep attack, gashing defenses with his elite speed, contested catch prowess, and playoff big play ability. The same receiver now sitting on injured reserve, coming off an ACL tear that insiders are whispering might be a blessing in disguise for this franchise. Why? Because the Steelers see the potential here, and rumors are swirling that a deal, a blockbuster trade, could be on the horizon. But let's break down why this move makes such perfect sense, not just on the surface, but deep down in the strategic analytical layers that only the top scouts and insiders understand. First, let's understand the why. Pittsburgh's been craving a true one receiver, a guy who can stretch the field, create mismatches, and inject life into their offense, since the days of Antonio Brown. Sure, they have talent, but consistency and that big play threat have been scarce. The Steelers' offensive identity has always been built on discipline, strong running, and a tough physical passing game. But to elevate to playoff contender, they need that game-breaking talent on the perimeter. Gabe Davis fits the mold perfectly. Watching his film, what jumps out immediately? Explosive speed, elite vertical jump, and a knack for winning contested catches. His 17.4 yards per catch back in 2022 testifies to his ability to turn short passes into long gains. Let's not forget his 98-yard touchdown against the Chiefs in that same season, a play that showcased not just speed, but ball skills, route running when schemed open, and a knack for the big moment. Davis's 2025 season was interrupted by injury, sure, but the flashes are undeniable. When healthy, he's a nightmare for defenses. Advanced metrics. His expected yards per target, XYT, consistently hovers around 8 yards, but he often exceeds that by making contested catches and stretching the field. His catch rate, sitting at 62% in 2022, climbed to 66% in 2023, showing progress in his route running and hands. His drop rate? Less than 2%, which for a deep threat is impressive. Combine that with his run-after-catch ability, a 4.2-second 40-yard dash plus explosive long speed, you see his true value. But here's the thing, beyond the film and the stats, what insiders whisper about is that Davis's injury history, especially his recent ACL, has depressed his market value. That's music to the Steelers' ears, because a team like Pittsburgh, with its emphasis on physicality and a tailored offense under new head coach Mike McCarthy, can mold Davis into a perfect fit. His speed complements the Steelers' emphasis on quick, explosive plays. His contested catch ability can be harnessed within their play-action schemes and deep shots, which McCarthy loves to develop. And remember, Davis isn't just a deep threat, he's also a reliable red zone target. His size, 6'2", 225 pounds, makes him a matchup nightmare. Think about it. with him stretching defenses, freeing up space for George Pickens or a newly drafted WR. The Steelers can diversify their attack and open up the run game even more. This isn't just a trade, it's a strategic masterstroke, a move designed to propel the franchise into true AFC contention. Now, how could such a trade happen, and what mechanics are involved? Here's where things get really interesting. Buffalo, in their current phase, is rebuilding from the ashes of their once dominant team. Davis's ACL injury has tanked his market. He's a free agent after this season, but here's the kicker. Rumors say the Bills might prefer to move him now to recoup draft capital, rather than risk losing him for nothing. Pittsburgh, sitting on a promising roster but lacking that X-factor, has assets. Potentially, a mid-round pick plus a player on their roster could be enough to tempt the Bills, especially if they're eyeing the draft to rebuild the receiving core or develop younger talent. The compensation. Probably a third or fourth round pick. But here's the twist. Insider sources whisper that the Steelers might also include a conditional future pick based on Davis's performance, health, and the team's success. And salary cap. The Steelers have some flexibility, especially if they restructure deals or move on from a veteran or two. Davis's projected 2026 salary, once healthy, would be in the $3 million range if they sign him to a new one-year prove-it deal. They could absorb that in their cap, especially if the Bills eat some of his remaining salary to facilitate the trade. Who loses? Buffalo gets a young pick and possibly some local talent, helping them reset after their window of Super Bowl contention closed with the loss of key pieces in recent years. Pittsburgh gains a legitimate superstar in waiting. The synergy? It's perfect from both angles. But now, let's delve into how Davis's scheme fit aligns with Pittsburgh's evolving attack. Under Tomlin, the Steelers have always prided themselves on defense, but offensively, they've struggled to generate explosive plays outside their run game and short passes. McCarthy's offensive philosophy. Spread the field, use motion, and create explosive opportunities. Davis's skill set enables that perfectly. His game film reveals a player with elite route recognition, especially on go and fade routes, a trait that matches McCarthy's past offenses, like the Packers' vertical attacks with Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb. Davis's ability to win against double coverage, especially when schemed for, is reminiscent of past elite receivers who excel at winning contested balls. Projecting forward, what's the ceiling? If he recovers fully, Davis could post 801,000 yards, minimum, with 7-9 touchdowns, given the right schemes and health. Worst case. He provides a deep threat with potential for growth if he stays healthy and gets integrated properly. Even in a limited role, his presence stretches defenses and opens lanes for the running game and intermediate routes. And let's not forget the mental aspect. Davis is young, hungry, and has a chip on his shoulder after the injuries and setbacks. He's a guy who thrives with the ball in his hands, and given McCarthy's history of developing offensive talent, there's a real optimism here. This isn't just a throw-in, it's a strategic move that could make Pittsburgh's offense lethal in 2026. Finally, what's the final word? From a professional scout's standpoint, this move, it's a home run. It addresses the Steelers' most glaring weakness with a high-upside player who, if healthy, can be a game-changer. The trade mechanics are tight, likely a mid-round pick plus some incentives, and the timing couldn't be better, especially with Davis's injury status depressed into bargain territory. My prediction. Watch for this to heat up in the next few weeks. Buffalo, knowing they're unlikely to re-sign Davis, might be eager to move him now, especially if they see him as part of a rebuild. Pittsburgh, desperate for a true one, will pounce if the price is right. Expect leaked info, agent negotiations, and maybe even some smoke screens before this deal officially goes down. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this happens, it could reshape the AFC playoff picture and set off a domino effect across the league. The Steelers' offense instantly gets a shot in the arm, and Buffalo's rebuild gains crucial assets. It's that simple. In this league, timing is everything, and right now, the stars might be aligning for one of the most explosive trades of the offseason. So stay tuned, because what's coming next? That's not just a rumor, it's a storm ready to hit. And I'll be right here breaking it all down as always. Because in the NFL, the real story is always hidden behind the curtain. And I've got the connections, the insights to see it all before anyone else. Are you with me? Let's get ready. The next chapter is about to be written, and it's going to be legendary.